Okay. So, all right, it is time for number 3. So, that is Pastors Going Wild. Pastors Going Wild. Get your tea. If you need to re-up on your tea, do that. It's time right now. I'm gonna add a little more comfort that's southern. And we're gonna move on. Do me a favor, please, and share the stream. Share the stream on wherever you can. If you can do it on Facebook, please do that for me. If you can do it on Instagram, do it for me. If you can do it on Twitter, that would be great. And make sure that you like and share. I appreciate you all. We are up to 430 people, right? So far as subscribers. So today is a good day. Today is a good day. We're on a takeoff. I plan on doing some other things with the channel. I'll discuss that with y'all later. But I just want to thank you for being here. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Subscribe, hit that notification button. I appreciate you. Pastors Going Wild. Robbie said, how do I share? You would go to you could go to the live stream where I assume you came in from Facebook and just share that way on your page. You can also copy the link if you're on on YouTube, and then you can do it when you're done too, if it makes it easier. You can copy the link and copy and paste it. You copy it and then paste it onto another page. That's usually how I do it, and I would appreciate it. Kai, did you say what? It was your what because you don't know how to share? Is that what you're saying? Let me know. All right, I'm moving on. The Pastors Going Wild while you answer that question, Kai. So I don't have to tell y'all, because y'all already know that it is so much shit going on in the church with pastors and first wives and first ladies, and all of these big old names that people are doing big old mess, making big old mess with all them big old names, right? So here's my question to you. Please, Danielle said, I need liquor for this. I got some liquor for this. All right, here we go. Here's my question to you, and I want you to respond in the chat. Please respond in the chat. When you hear the phrase, Pastors Gone Wild, what comes to mind? What instances? Are there any instances, any cases, any stories that immediately come to mind? When you hear Pastors Gone Wild, if you can give me something, you ain't got to give me no name. You can just say, yeah, I knew this pastor. I knew this. Or if you know of something that's been in the news that you've read or seen, what comes to mind immediately when you hear Pastors Gone Wild? What comes to mind? Do you have instances? And if you don't, just what comes to mind, right? Do you have instances? If they do, share. If you have any particular cases that you want to share it. Any stories, share it. Just give me something to get started with this topic, Pastors Gone Wild. And while you are doing that, I'm going to go and read to you. I'm going to read to you these pieces, just a few that I pulled on, because you know that we can start, if we start counting, listing them all out, we could be listing from now until the end of the year, probably. But I'm just going to read some stuff that happened recently that came off, that I pulled off the internet today. So here's one. The Reverend, I can't even say his name, Jaguar Strickland. This is pulled out from August 25th, Kalamazoo, Michigan. The Reverend Strickland of Kalamazoo Second Baptist Church has been charged with 11 felony criminal sexual charges. Strickland faces 11 felony charges, including 2 counts of third-degree criminal sexual conduct on a student, 1 on a person aged 13 to 15, and 1 by force or coercion. He also faces 4 counts of human trafficking of a minor for commercial sexual activity and 3 counts of child sexual abuse activity. The date of offenses, according to court records, is August 1st, 2015. Now, I don't know. Tracy said his story made to Larry Reed. I didn't know that. I didn't see that one. Not from Larry Reed, but I did see it on Dawson's channel. Let's see. And Robbie said, I need to make an alias for this YouTube. Okay, and then Tracy says, yeah, send me, Tracy, send it to me. Send it to me. All right, so that's one, right? Let me just say this too. I did see this particular story on Dawson's channel, right? One of the things that he said, and it is not in this, because I only pulled out a piece of it, but this wasn't his first offense, right? Apparently 2-3 years ago, something like that. He was in the news before. Now listen to this. This guy was in the news before because some young man killed his girlfriend because his girlfriend was going, he looked at his girlfriend's phone and found on his girlfriend's phone sexually explicit stuff between this pastor and the girl. The girl is about 16, 17 years old. The boyfriend, who was supposed to be her man, happened to pull up the phone, look through the phone, and saw sexually explicit stuff between her and her pastor, who was the same guy. That girl is dead. That young boy killed that girl. This has been 3 or 4 years ago. Now he's in the news for something totally different, right? And he's not just a pastor. He's like the president of the NAACP or something like that in the area, if I got that correctly. Don't quote me on that, but if it wasn't that, then it's something like the I think it was what I said, NAACP. All right, so that's Strickland. That's August 25th. George, okay, here's another one. John Ortenberg, a 4,000 member church in a 4,000 member Menlo Church in Menlo Park, California. Now listen to this. A church worker confessed to having sexual attraction to kids. Mind you, this is a man that works at the church. He came to the pastor and he confessed about the fact that he'd been having sexual attraction to children. The pastor never reported it. This just came off of last month, I believe it was. I forgot the day. I think it was last month. The pastor never reported that the man came to him and told him that he was having sexual urges for the children, and he was working in children's ministry, is my understanding. The way we are finding out about this is because another man reported that man number one went to the pastor and told him that he had sexual urges for the children, and the pastor never did anything. So man number two said, because he confessed to him too, "Did you tell pastor?" He said, "Yeah, I told him." He said, "You told the pastor that you were having desires for the children, and he didn't sit you down or put you or tell you to break or nothing like that?" He says, "No." That man went and reported to the officials and said, "Man A liked little kids. Man A told pastor that he liked little kids, and pastor ain't saying nothing about it." They came in and started doing some investigating and found out there had been some sexual misconduct in the church. But how about this? Oh, Danielle said she liked Ortberg. Okay. But how about this, though? Both men were his sons. Both men were his sons. Man number one was a son. Came to daddy and said, "Daddy, I like little boys and little girls. I do. I like them. I just like them. I like them whenever I can get them. I like them." And the pastor said, "Oh, really? We ain't going to tell nobody that. We're going to keep that to ourselves." And then Junior went to his brother and said, "I can't shake this. I like little boys and little girls. I like them. And I can't shake it." And Junior's big brother said, "What you just say? You what? Did you? Wait, hold it. You like little boys, you like little girl. You probably need to tell Pop about this. I mean, because it's like you work in the church. You probably, I already told him." You say, "What?" "I already told him." You told him that you like little boys and little girls, and what's the punishment? This is me imagining how this conversation would, of course. I don't know. I just told him. You told him and nothing happened. So then Big Brother said, "Bling, ding, ding." Oh, phones don't do that no more today. Bling, ding, ding. Look here. My brother like little boys and little girls. He volunteering at the church. He told my daddy's sorry ass ain't said nothing to him. I don't know what the fuck they gonna do with them little kids at that church, but somebody need to go in there and stop it. Pastors gone wild. Okay, here's the third one I'm going to share, and then we're going to talk about what y'all put in the things in the chat. It don't even stop in the U.S. You know that, right? So I'm about to hit you with two other continents. All right, this happened in England. Nigerian pastor who raped kids after spiritual baths will go to jail for 34 years. This is March 8th, 2020. For 20 years, preacher Michael Olaranbi, that's what it looks like, Olaranbi. Pastor Michael Olaranbi told children to take off their clothes for a spiritual cleansing. The ritual, he said, will protect them from Satan. In fact, Olaranbi asked the kids vulnerability against them. A judge in Birmingham, England, found that he sexually abused 6 girls and 1 boy during the period of time, repeatedly raping his victims and impregnating 4 of the girls who had abortions arranged by Olaranbi's wife. Among his many guilty charges are 15 counts of rape. The pastors have gone wild. They've gone wild. So my question to you is, what exactly do you think is the issue with the pastors? These same people that we were told we believed were sent to shepherd us, to lead us, to look over us, to guide us spiritually, to be our spiritual guides, to help us grow up in the ways of God. What the fuck is ailing them? What is going on with them that every base sin that you can think of or imagine, they're participating in? What is going on with them? What do y'all think? Let me go back on, because I see I've missed a lot. So let me go back. Okay, I'm going back to Danielle since she need liquor for this. Okay, the next topic. Yep. Okay. I should have sent you. Okay, Tracy, send me that, please. Maybe by my phone and I can read it. I need to make an alias for this. Tracy, his story made it to Larry Reed Live. Okay. Yes, latest, a pastor that was peeing on the girl on what? Wait, what? I didn't hear about that one, Kyle. You have to tell me more about the pastor peeing on the girl. Okay, no, the bishop from Cincinnati. Tell me about the bishop from Cincinnati. Okay, I can't even say what I want to say with my real name on here. Oh God, we need you to have an alias. Go back and come back as little boy blue or something. Kai, Delta Flight. I'm not sure what that means. Help me with that. Danielle said, me too, Robbie. I need it. Oh, okay. Robbie said, I will say all people are human beings and subject to flaws. This is true. No, I need Ortenberg. I like him. I read Ortenberg. Yep. Yeah, he's an author. I looked on his page today. Tracy said, Bishop Eddie Long. Woo, child, baby. I'm going to come back to that. Robbie says pastors aren't mandated reporters, but should be. Shit, their secretaries can be mandated reporters. How they gonna be mandated reporters? Because they don't want doing all the offenses. I mean, that would be a good idea, but it sounded to me like they need mandated reporters around their asses for real. They can't. Here we go. Tracy, I gotta go by. Everyone, great topics is all. Oh, we gonna miss you, Trace. The issue with the pastors is power. Power. Terminal narcissism, Daniel said. Power and terminal narcissism. And I will add to that domination. I think domination also is a part of that, that they want to dominate. It's still power and it's still narcissism. It's all of that, all of that. I agree with that. Let me ask you this question though. Is it the case that possibly, is it that I've been thinking about this for a long time now. I believe, I've come to the place where I believe, Daniel, I see your what's that? I'm gonna come back to that in 1 second. I'm beginning to believe that there are more people in position of pastor or church leader, one way or the other, that are ill-intentioned than there are people who are in a position of church leader who are not ill-intentioned. So what I'm saying is, I believe, my belief has become, began to believe that more people are in those positions on the take, on for the purpose, the sole purpose of being on the take and the abuse of others, than there are those who came because they believe that they can spiritually help God's people. Does that make sense? I think there are more deviant people that have no desire for spirituality in those positions than there are people who have a desire to please God. Right? I don't know if it's always been that way, but I believe that's the case now. So I'm in a place where I believe that if you go into a church, you need to go into a church knowing that you're going into an organization of people, period. Because if you don't need to go in with your what do you call it? With all of your, you need to go in with all your spidey sensors working, and put it like that. All your spidey sensors need to be doing like this, because you cannot go with your guards down, because I believe there are more people in place that are not of God than there are people who in this place that are of God. It don't take nothing to be a minister. Don't let me just go there. You can really just have somebody certify you and say that you're a minister. It's not like you have to go through, and there is some training. But my point is, a lot of us don't have the training. A lot of it don't have shit to do with your character. So anybody can do it. It's a profession for many, but it is a profession that gives you inroads, direct inroads to people's lives through a guise of spirituality, because they know that people are guardless. They're not guarded. They're almost guardless when it comes to spirituality, because you assume that everybody is in this place because they want to achieve some spirituality and they want to grow in their spirituality with God. So you don't have no guards up for these people. You're totally open. Just totally open to, whatever, because he or she's going to take me into the promised land. He or she's going to take you into the back office and bend you over. That's what he or she's going to do. Or spread you wide. That's what a lot of them are going to do, period. And the preaching and all of that stuff is just secondary. It is the tool to get to. It's no different than a pen. Okay, let me read some of this. I hate Tracy had to leave us. Danielle said, you remember Eddie used to come to Impact with an entourage of boys? I don't remember him from Impact, girl. But you know what? I don't remember him from Impact, but I wouldn't have known him because, I was in a church at that time where we only associated with certain people. I don't remember Eddie Long. I didn't even, so if I saw him, I didn't know who he was. That's my point at the time. What? With an entourage of boys, Lord have mercy. Robbie says folks gonna get enough for putting too much trust in human beings. Yeah, well, hopefully they will. Honestly though, Robbie, personally, where we are right now, I think God didn't put enough to it. I think he's put a stop to it. I don't think we're ever gonna return to church the way it was. Not the way I remember it, because I ain't been to church in a long time. I don't think it's ever going back to what I really don't. Just like I don't think school is ever going back, not the way what we knew. I don't think church is either. I think that right now, a whole bunch of folk about to wake up. Let's see. First, okay. I think the bad ones outshine the good ones. I do too. I think. Okay. Kai said it's true. Robbie said you should keep your spidey senses up all the time, everywhere you go. That's right. But here's the most interesting. Robbie, I used to say this to my brother, and well, I have said this to my brother. He would fall out laughing. I said, "It's true." I said, "You know how we were in church because we came out when I did leave. Man, it was so much scandal and ridiculousness that I didn't know was going on. I'm there with my head down. I'm praying. I'm praying that they slaying, but not in the spirit. Anyway, I told my brother. I said, you know how they used to always tell us. They used to teach us. Keep your eyes open. The devil is out there. Wherever you go, you make sure that you prayed up. You make sure that So I said, so we're in a church, like, they like when you go to church. I mean, when you go to school, you better be on your, make sure that you praying. Make sure you pray because the devil is out there. The devil is out there. When you go to work, you better make sure that you praying because the devil is out there. The devil is out there. So once you left the church, you was like this. You want to look at you ready for him anyway he come. Ooh, hey, you were so busy outside looking for the devil. So busy looking for the devil that you didn't see him when he walked across the pulpit. Or you didn't see him when he tricked that baby in that back room. Or you didn't see him. You know why? Because you wasn't looking for him in the church. You was looking for him on the outside. They was in the church on doing anything. You was at the door like this. Devil better run because when I come out of here, devil, it's gonna be me and you. While you doing that, he was back there doing him or her. Hello, he was in a pulpit, in the basement, behind the baptismal pool. He was everywhere, but he wasn't outside. But where I was looking for him, I didn't find him because he wasn't there. He was in there. Okay, I'm being silly, but it's the truth anyhow. I probably shouldn't have said it, but it's the truth. So it's the truth. Let's argue. Okay. All right. So yeah. I'm trying to see if any other. Let me go back. I'm sorry. I got off. Let's see. Mm-hmm. Spidey senses. Yeah. People give the ministers more poet than they should. More. They give the ministers more. I know what that word is supposed to say, but this is working with me, and I can't even pull it up in my head. But I got you, sis. I got you. Okay, yes, I think so too. It's a way to get attention, notoriety, respect, all power, control, and not have to answer for anything. That's right. They have carte blanche. And they have carte blanche over people's lives. They got carte blanche over people's children, carte blanche over people's wives. Do you understand what I'm saying? It is in many ways, in many ways, in many ways, it is the most dangerous place to be. And I'm not saying every church, but enough of them that you better be on the lookout in any of them. I will tell you that. I believe that. Not all of them, but so much so that you better be on your P's and Q's in any of them that you go to. Any one of them. Because it's the culture. It's the culture. And when you think about this, and people don't often think about this, I don't think. Even the black church, as well as other churches that we don't normally frequent, like the Presbyterian churches or those kinds of churches. They're all a spinoff from the Catholic Church, and we all know what's going on and what's going on and what has gone on in the Catholic Church. We're all spinoffs from the Catholic Church. That hasn't changed. We're spinoffs so the anointing flows from the head to the body. Right? That's what they said. That's what they said. Okay. Yes, he came to Atlanta and Rosedale often. Oh my goodness. My goodness. And okay, and let me go back. I missed something. Okay, Robbie said the minister isn't taking you to heaven. God is, right. There's that's where people make their mistake. Absolutely. Okay, let me go back. I'll come to that. Yes, he came to, okay, tell the truth, sis. Kai said, I don't think so either. Danielle, but not in the spirit. Yep, right. The devil was in the pulpit. Yes, indeed. Amen. It's crazy. You know what? You know what? It's the truth. Look what Jim Jones did. Ooh, I got stories I need to sign on. Someone else. I wish you could. I wish you could, because I want to hear some of them. I want, because I got some myself. Some of them I'll tell, some of them I won't for the same reasons. But I'm telling you, man, and what some I didn't see, but I've heard the stories from people that don't have no reason to lie, because only they will be hurt. You feel me? Only they will be hurt. So let me check that and see if some one of you is sending me a message, or somebody is sending me a message that is pertinent to what we're talking about. Let me see. But Tracy beat Johnny on the spot. She might have sent me the link, and she did send me the link. I don't know if that was it, but she did send it to me. Let me see. So let me check this out, because she had a link about a pastor, right? Let me see what I see. Let me see what I see. Oh, oh. It says the real Greenleaf. Woman quits job to move in with philandering bishop and finds out he's already engaged. An Ohio bishop is under fire after a woman accused him of allegedly manipulating her into quitting her job days before she found out he was engaged to another woman. Andrea Garrison took to Facebook to blast Bishop Victor Cousins, senior pastor at the Inspirational Baptist Church, City of Destiny in Forest Park, Ohio, who she says was carrying on an affair with her and another woman, which she only found out after Cousins announced his engagement on social media. According to Garrison, she was allegedly supposed to be moving in with him on October 24th. I'm tired of people hiding and lying and using God as a reason to do pure fuckery, she said. That woman's prophetic. Garrison said in a Facebook Live video. According to Garrison, she and Cousins began having sex around 2011, and the relationship went on for a long time. They stopped talking because he was still sleeping with ex-wife, who he had divorced a year prior. Years later, they rekindled their romance and an on and off again relationship, and it got and it got serious around April of this year. The bishop allegedly flew her out to his condo in Miami, which she claims she helped decorate. Within weeks of that time, Cousins allegedly asked Garrison and her kids to move in with him at his Cincinnati home. Shortly after Garrison put her 2 weeks in at work, an emergency involving police allegedly forced her to push up her move-in date to only have the bishop, who she also calls her best friend, claim he needs to pray on it. Now he got to pray. Then he disappeared. He ghosted her. After a week of no contact, a friend claimed she was the bishop at a party. I think she was with the bishop at a party where she found out he was engaged. After doing her own research, you better do so, on his social media, comments confirmed he was indeed engaged. So Bishop Cousins' son apparently tuned into one of Garrison's live videos, saying he agreed with what she was saying. Despite his own son agreeing with Garrison, Cousins responded to Garrison, basically calling her a liar. Social media makes it possible for anyone to accuse anyone of anything, and is seemingly to be taken as gospel. No receipts, he wrote. He continued, as much as I would like to clap back and set the record straight, it's more valuable and prudent to know that it is more constructive to just keep living life looking forward and not give in to the attention-seeking behavior of others. So now he gaslight. The post seemingly enraged Garrison, who then posted what appears to be screenshots of she and the bishop on FaceTime. See, they fucking around. They done made her pull out her knife. She was like, see, I was just gonna chill out with y'all, but now I got to pull out my knife. It's the truth about him. He is self-centered, flashy, loves the flesh. The truth will always prevail. Amen. A woman commented under a shared video of Bishop Cousins preaching. The story has begun to make its way around social media and was picked up by Larry Reed Live. I didn't see that one either. Cousins was also one of the clergymen who sat down with Trump in the infamous White House meeting. He told Roland Martin, "I didn't leave with anything I can stand on." They going wild. Do you hear me? You're going wild. Let me see what y'all saying. Oh, I got a story. Okay. I'm sad, disappointed, and glad we didn't join the church there until I was 13. Whoop, there it is. Yeah, Corey, I was pretty much raised in churches. And I would tell anybody any day that it's very interesting. The last church that I was committed to, thankfully, and I'm very I mean thankfully, I'm very thankful about it. Thankfully, I was never caught up in a scandal at the church. But I remember younger when I started seeing things that didn't look right. I remember praying a prayer, and I always tell people this when I give this what I say is a testimony. I always tell people that when I started seeing things that didn't look right, and I started having dreams about stuff that didn't look right, I was about 15, 16 years old, maybe. I started praying. I said, Lord, if what I'm seeing is what I'm seeing, please don't let me get caught up in no. Please don't let me get caught up. I don't want to, I will, God is my witness. When I left there, when I found out there was so much stuff going, so much ungodliness, I had no idea. But what I can honestly say and thankfully say is that God protected me and kept me in a place where it may not have been easy to be kept. That's one reason that I'm so adamant about the fact that I know God speaks to us. I know he does. And I also know this. I know he'll keep you if you want to be kept. And I'm going to leave that right there. Let me see if I have any more questions. You all, can any other questions you have, or anything you want to say, you can say right now. And I'm going to go through this question list and then we'll be done for tonight. Okay, what is it? So the question is, or here's a question. What is there to say about parishioners who are aware or become aware of this ungodliness or ungodly behaviors or what have you, and choose to stay regardless? Is there something to say about that? What is there to say about parishioners that know what's going on? That especially if people are being abused. If you know that people are being abused and you just turn your eye, kind of like the whole R. Kelley thing that we talked about, or other people. What does that say about parishioners that do that? Or does it say anything? Does it say anything about the community who know what's going on and don't do anything, don't move, just stay where they are and just stay the course? Is there anything to say about that? Let me know that in the chat. Another question is, are these leaders abusers or are they just imperfect people? That's the last question. No, I have one more question, but that's what I want to go with you. Is there something to say about parishioners that know beyond a shadow of a doubt what's going on in terms of ungodly behavior and still stay the course and just, is there anything to say about that? And then, are these leaders abusers or are they just imperfect people? Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. While you're doing that, I'm going to tell you all for the last time what I'm drinking, and I am drinking because this is a part of our tea. We spilling tea and we sipping tea, and so the tea that I'm drinking today is green tea with soursop leaf tea, which has several properties. So I will tell you what they are very quickly, and then we can move on. So green tea contains healthy bioactive compounds. It is good for brain function, improving brain function, burning fat. It's an antioxidant, might protect from your brain from aging, reduces bad breath, prevents type 2 diabetes, helps with cardiovascular disease, and may help you live longer, which is why the Asians drink so much green tea for these very same reasons. Soursop leaf tea is a native of the Caribbean islands. It has cancer-killing agents. It is great for infection. It's an antimicrobial and has shown many positive results in scientific studies. It is great for skin and hair health and may promote weight loss. So that is soursop tea. So soursop tea leaves, along with a baggie of green tea. It's what I'm drinking tonight. And of course, I put a little something else in it. But we are drinking tea for wellness and health because we are living in a time where we need to do whatever we can to boost our immune system. And these teas are great for boosting immune system. So if you have not tried them, try them. And if you have a recipe or a brand that herbal tea or medicinal tea that you use, please share that with us. We do that every week at the end of the show. So let's see. People are brainwashed in the church. I think you're right, Robbie. Like Jim Jones, folks follow that man until death. Yes, he did. That's always fascinating to me to see that. Whenever that comes on TV, I watch it because it's fascinating to me how he was able to get in their minds and really manipulate them enough to take their lives. I was gonna say to give their lives to him, but many of them didn't want to give their lives to him. They were forced to give their lives to him. Let's see. Danielle says, staying silent speaks to their own damage. I agree with that. I believe that. That's the vein I'm on too, Danielle. And unhealed issues. It's just like ignoring abuse in a family. I agree. I think R. Kelley, Robbie says, and ministers are separate issues. R. Kelley is freaky. Ministers use God to manipulate people. Yep. Another thing too that's interesting. R. Kelley, this is what I always say too. I respect a pimp. R. Kelley is a pimp. I respect a pimp more than I respect a ungodly pastor. Because at least what I respect about a pimp is a pimp will tell you he's not trying to hide anything that he is. Now, R. Kelley hid from a lot of people, but I don't think he hid from people that he was pimping. You understand what I'm saying? A pimp will tell you beyond a shadow of a doubt, he don't have nothing to hide from you. This is what I am. You down with it or you not? If you with it, you say, yeah, you know. A pastor, on the other hand, or a leader of a church, on the other hand, is that motherfucker that's going to look you in your face, knowing that you are committing, knowing that you are seeing and you've been taught to see him almost parallel to God, and then use your ability, your desire for a spiritual connection to use you, to abuse you, to annihilate you. And in many cases, to destroy you. That's a motherfucker right there. That's a motherfucker right there. Not only them, but I'm talking, and that go for anybody who is in a position of authority, but you use that position of authority to play chess with your life, to make you a pawn in his game or her game. Because it's some crazy man. I come up with some crazy women pastors too that make you think, what the fuck is this shit right here? What really is this right here? So both, both male and female. But yeah, I respect a pimp. I can respect a pimp a whole lot more than I can respect a dirty pastor. A pimp is a pimp is a pimp. Like a rose is a rose is a rose. He ain't trying to be nothing else. He ain't trying to be nothing else. And if you don't want to be down with him, he okay with that. He okay with that. He ain't trying to figure out how to get you, turn you. Well, he might he might. But if if you're a woman and you say, no, I'm not down with that, that's it. You're not down with it. Not that pastor though. Oh, that's different. Janky ass motherfuckers. Okay. I think that's the end of our show. That is the end of our show. I enjoyed y'all tonight, and I enjoyed the discussion. Right, we said dirty pastor. Exactly. I enjoyed it. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all so much for coming. I appreciate y'all. We doing this every Wednesday night. Every Wednesday night. Share it with somebody. Share the stream with somebody. Come back and hang out again next Wednesday night. We don't typically go this long though. We want to hear 2 hours. Our longest show has been an hour and a half. Help me build this channel. When you see the streams come across, and you know I do share sometimes during the week, once or two, to get ready for the night. When you do, please share it. You know, share it. Help me build the stream. I appreciate you. I really do. Share your tea drinks with somebody. Your bitch shows me. Robbie, you crazy. The best paradise. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Let somebody know about the show. Let somebody know about your tea. Let somebody know why you're drinking it. Let's bring each other along this ride, right? Because we have stepped into a whole new dispensation with this pandemic, right? And we are going to need each other to do what we need to do to survive. Period. Let me show you this real quick. I have on and back of me before I forget. You see this t-shirt? I put it back there for a reason. So I wanted to show it to you. I got merch, right? I got merch. Look at this t-shirt right here. Y'all know we don't have long to do this, right? Hopefully this fool will be out of office. But you might want one of these t-shirts that it says, if you can't, because I know it might be backwards for you, it says MAGA, right? Vote Trump out, November 2020. And you see the continent over there on the side. If you're interested in this t-shirt, my girlfriend has these t-shirts. These are available for $20. Now, this one is a 2X, right? But they're all, it doesn't matter what size, they go up to 3X. These are available for $20. So if you're interested in getting one of these, let me know, and I will make sure that I get it to you. And I can ship it to you if you're interested and you want it shipped. Now, she also has this shirt. I'm gonna cut mine up. I've been waiting for the opportunity. I'm gonna cut it up and wear it with a long black t-shirt. But she also has these in snapback hats. I meant to bring one home. And the snapbacks are fly. The brothers come to the store, and then when they see that snapback, they want them. And the snapback is embroidered, look exactly like that. Those are also $20. So if you want to get one of those, you're interested in get one for your man, your husband, or your son, or your father, or whatever, get at me, holler at me, and I will see what I can do to get you one. Thank you all. Thank you all. Let me read the last of your comments. Let's see. Bobby said, I can't share this with my real name. Okay. So yeah, you're gonna have to come back as an alias then so we can really, really talk. Same for you, Danielle. As soon as I figure out how to change my name to an alias, she said. Corey said, you're awesome. So are you, my dear. And then Robbie said, I love my skirt I got from the shop. I'm glad. You weren't there. I got it from your son. Okay, good. Did he treat you right, Robbie? He treat you real good? We try to teach him to treat our customers real good. Did he treat you real good? Let me know. Because if he didn't, then he gonna have to answer to me and Daddy. He got to treat all our family well. Thank y'all so much. Y'all have a wonderful night and a wonderful the rest of the week. I hope that it's prosperous for you. And I will see you back here next week, same time. Hopefully you can come hang out. Bring somebody with you. And if you have any topics that you like to discuss, you want to, like Tracy sends me stuff all the time, please send your ideas to vbtouray@gmail.com. Just like my name on the chat, and I'll put it in here just in case. But you can send me whatever you'd like to discuss, and we may add it. All right. So vbtouray@gmail.com. Good. I'm glad to know he treated you good. So thank you very. Oh. How many I have online? Okay, let me do a giveaway because I do have. I'm getting my merch together, right? So I do have a giveaway. So let's do that real quickly. I'm gonna put a number on a paper. This is what I do. Oh, also let me, Corey, The closest number last week was Millicent. I forgot to call you and tell you that. The closest number was Millicent last week. So let's go with this week. I'm going to put a number on a paper, and all we do is I put a number here between 1 and 100, and the closest to it get whatever the gift is, and I will send it to you by mail, or if you're very close, I'll bring it to you. So, Robbie, I enjoyed you too. I really did. Come back and see us again. I really did enjoy you. So here we go. The number is on the paper and circle. So just put a number. Everybody can add a number to the chat, and then I will choose a number, and you will get the gift. I'm ready when you are. Much love, Robbie Samples. Much love. When you come back, your name gonna be TT Boothang or something. So you can say what you want to say. Come on, y'all, put a number in there so I can give you all a gift. I know everybody's thinking, no. I might like Tracy. I won one already. I don't want to. I'm not do it again. If you don't, then I guess I'll do I'll just pull one, and then you'll find out you have that. You that you got to get. Maybe that'll make you feel a little more comfortable. Okay, I see a number coming in now. I see one. Anybody else? Anybody else? Come on, come on. Come on and sure. Going once. Going twice. Robbie said that's right. Okay, going once, going twice, going. All right, so only one came up. So here is your gift, Robbie. I will put that in the mail or bring it to you. It's a coaster, a really thick coaster, but it is one of my first branding pieces. You see? So it says topics, tantrums, and tea. All right, so I will put that in the mail to you, Robbie. If you will send me your email address, you can send it to me by you can, and it's got a gloss top, so you don't have to worry about anything happening to it, right? I love it. I love it. Look at it. Look at it. It's me. Okay, so if you would send me your email address, or I'm sorry, send me your not email address. Send me your address either on Messenger or you have my email address. Either way, I'll make sure I get this to you. And I might just drop it by your house from out moving around. I might just drop it to you. All right. Thank you all for coming. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening. I hope that your your tea helps you sleep real well. It's been a blessing and a blast. Share with somebody. I'll see you back here next Wednesday. Same place, same time. And we're going to have a great time.